Hey baby, I've been watching you for a while now, and I gotta admit that I got a little crush on you. And also there are some things that I must admit that I wanna do. I don't think you really know my name, but tonight that's about to change. Yeah, I have something for you to make sure you won't forget. No. Tell me, do you have an appetite? Tell me exactly what is on your mind. Any wish that you may have is my command. Yeah. I'ma give you what you want, daddy. I'ma give you what you need, daddy. I'm a freak, but in the streets I'm classy. We can do it slow, we can get nasty. So just tell me what you want, daddy. Anything that you need, just ask me. Any way that you want, you can have me. I'll be a naughty girl, you can be my daddy. Every time I see you, I fantasize about you and I. All the things I wanna do, touching you, caressing you. I ain't worried about getting sleep. I don't care if the neighbors hear me. Do you think you can handle me? What's to think about? Look at me, come to me. I'ma give you what you want, daddy. I'ma give you what you need, daddy. I'm a freak, but in the streets I'm classy. We can do it slow, we can get nasty. So just tell me what you want, daddy. Anything that you need, just ask me. Any way that you want, you can have me. I'll be a naughty girl, you can be my daddy. I know you didn't know what I had in store. Give it to you till you can't take anymore. I make you say my name and you will not forget. My plan is to have you addicted. I'ma give you what you want, daddy. I'ma give you what you need, daddy. I'm a freak, but in the streets I'm classy. We can do it slow, we can get nasty. So just tell me what you want, daddy. Anything that you need, just ask me. Any way that you want, you can have me. I'll be a naughty girl, you can be my daddy.
I can hear the demons call when they do what they do. And now I feel like taking off, find a place with a view. The pain is never gonna stop if it's controlling you. I know that time can heal it all, I just gotta get through. I just gotta get through, I just gotta get through. Cause I feel like taking off, find a place with a view. The pain is never gonna stop if it's controlling you. I know that time can heal it all, I just gotta get through. Sometimes I feel like all is lost, but I know it's not true. I wanna put up all my walls cause I'm not in the mood, but then I cut myself off from the rest of the room. I know that time can heal it all if you're patient and soon. It can all be worth it, all the searching. Pain is never really permanent, but damn it hurts, man. I could feel all of the turbulence and it's concerning. I've been searching for a purpose, I hope it's worth it. This society is really trying me. Ain't no hide and seek, I hide to be far from anxiety. I need my space, I need my privacy. I need some silence, please, you're all too loud. You don't speak quietly, opinions violently thrown across every surface. It makes me nervous. Is the world honestly burning? That's all I'm learning. Hope that we can make a turn and start reversing. All our minds have put the work in, we got some work, man. I started to do hear the demons call when they do what they do. And now I feel like taking off, find a place with a view. The pain is never gonna stop if it's controlling you. I know that time can heal it all, I just gotta get through. I just gotta get through, I just gotta get through. Cause I feel like taking off, find a place with a view. The pain is never gonna stop if it's controlling you. I know that time can heal it all, I just gotta get through. I just gotta get through. Gotta get through this, life is a nuisance, tie up some loose ends. I try to be human, find a solution, my evolution. A place like this, it didn't exist, we made it like this. So you can go pick the bad or the good, got a glass halfway. I know, it's easier to hide than just to lay low. Not everyone in life has got a halo. I'm standing in the red inside a payphone. Just wanna break, no, I'm not gonna give in. Take a last shot, Michael J. Win. No, I'm not a robot, I'm in my own skin. Never get lost when thoughts pull you in. I miss the old you, we died with a purpose. All the energy around me felt nervous, scared I would pop off fast to the surface. Had to cut it off before you made me worthless. Torn apart, I've been torn and scarred. I had a given art, but now I'm thinking smart. I'm keeping up my guard, I'm hiding every card. A royal flush of love, you never know what's hard. With a back to the mat, gonna see where I'm at. I'ma fight like I'm mad, I'm a beast of the net. They can never be me, nice try, but they'll see I achieve everything while they stay salty. I can hear the demons call when they do what they do. And now I feel like taking off, find a place with a view. The pain is never gonna stop if it's controlling you. I know that time can heal it all, I just gotta get through. I just gotta get through, I just gotta get through. Cause I feel like taking off, find a place with a view. The pain is never gonna stop if it's controlling you. I know that time can heal it all, I just gotta get through. I just gotta get through. But now, yeah, make all the demons quiet, yeah, we were built to thrive, yeah, I think that we've all had enough. What keeps you up at night, yeah, make all the demons quiet, yeah, we were built to thrive, yeah, I think that we've all had enough, yeah, I think that we've all had enough. Sick of dealing with the old plan, they know that we're calling it wrong. You got me like, oh yeah, I think that we've all had enough. They know that we're calling it wrong. Hey, it's too late to try to go contain it. A generation fueled by creation. We live lives on a small screen nation. We control the airwaves, no negotiation. I refuse to think we need saving. Something good will come from creation. And when we think that the world is too anxious, we'll adapt, evolve, survive, and save it. What keeps you up at night, yeah, make all the demons quiet, yeah, we were built to thrive, yeah, I think that we've all had enough. What keeps you up at night, yeah, make all the demons quiet, yeah, we were built to thrive, yeah, I think that we've all had enough, yeah, I think that we've all had enough. Sick of dealing with the old plan, they know that we're calling it wrong. You got me like, oh yeah, I think that we've all had enough. Sick of dealing with the old plan, they know that we're calling it wrong. Hey.
This other one, BossyEmpryss TV. BossyEmpryss TV.
BossyEmpryss TV.
BossyEmpryss is it.
Men don't respect anything that they don't invest in.
Bossy, what's your OnlyFans going for, Bossy?
Does he meet the basics of what I want? Pursue, provide, and protect. It is the male's instinct to provide and be able to protect and all of that good stuff if they want to be able to procreate. Okay, so I just want to talk about how there is a divide in the black community among the women in particular. Colorist men have turned me and other light-skinned women like me against our dark-skinned sisters.
Not on Bossy's content.
Hey baby, I've been watching you for a while now, and I gotta admit that I got a little crush on you.
Hey, what's up, you guys? This is your girl, who? BossyEmpryss, and on this channel, I talk about whatever I want. If you like my content, please come join us on the channel membership or join us on Patreon, where you get access to a community of like-minded women, courses, lessons, and much, much more. You can also support the platform by sharing the content, clicking the like button, the subscribe button, and bell button so that you're notified every time that I make a post or go live. If you'd like to contribute to the content on this channel, you can email me at BossyEmpryssTV@gmail.com. I would love to hear from you. It's always a fun and loving environment on this channel, so join the family. Please remember to always assume positive intent. Are you ready to go down the rabbit hole? What's up, you guys? This is your girl, who? BossyEmpryss. And today, girl, we are talking about the lies of the patriarchy, okay? That is today's content. That is what we're talking about, the patriarchal lies. And who came first, the chicken or the egg? And you guys can cast your vote. There is a right or wrong answer. I do hope that you do not use Google because it's meant to be interactive and to just gauge where people are. Okay. Where's my banner? And shout out to everybody that's up in here. But so anywho, yesterday I had a live stream with a guy, and it wasn't as interesting for me as it was for him. Let me share the screen. We're going to kind of do a deep dive on that because I feel like that was almost like a waste of my time to have a conversation, set a time to have a conversation, and then to have someone be so disingenuous, and then I couldn't even go as deep as I would like to go. Then I think it was him, I don't know, but then I was told that I was being negative. Listen, I'm a teacher, so if you don't like being taught, that's fine. I talk and I teach. So today we're going to talk about what came first, the chicken or the egg. So we're just going to kind of go into a deep dive right now. I'm going to kind of react to, I don't know if I want to talk about the whole thing because, well, I guess we could go from the beginning of the conversation. That way you guys don't have to really suffer through the whole thing that I did. Like last night, the conversation was almost insufferable. And he said he was enjoying it, which is fine. But I didn't enjoy the conversation because it just didn't lead anywhere. So anywho, shout out to everybody and let's get into the video. So I was like, I thought that we would talk about Tiffany's bracelet and this motherfucker. And I do have gentlemen that will send me gifts. And I thought, hold on. Gentlemen that will send me gifts. Hold on.
If we all get to know a little bit about everybody and what everybody's into, and we take some of the darkness out of some of this, shed light on things, then we will have a better community in this country.
And see,
so our goal is to have fun first and foremost, but also
he's talking about his podcast. Okay, I want to get to the good parts. So, how do you feel about the women, especially, but anyone that participates as an adult entertainer? I don't really want to talk about the sex. I don't want to go through the sex work part because he, like, the whole night he was like just moving the goalposts. This is what black men do, and he is a comfortable black man, and he is comfortable in being I don't care if you want to be a stay-at-home dad. I was a provider. See, last night I thought that I was gonna have a good. He was very respectful, and the fact that I was told that it was I was being negative was pissed me off because I could have been an asshole. Like I had my kid gloves on last night. I was being very respectful, and that conversation dragged on much longer than it needed to. This person was not assuming positive intent when they came onto my platform. They thought that this was an argument or a debate. I'm just disappointed that I even gave that much patience to this person. I don't think that this person is a good podcaster. I just don't.
But I don't have an issue. I'm okay with it.
Black men are always so defensive. It's ridiculous.
No, I think that's what I'm saying.
I have friends that do this.
What do they do? Like, what is this?
He was trying to say he got friends that are sex workers. And my thing is, when I was trying to talk to him about basically just to get his, like, if my homegirl came to me or my sister came to me, there you are. Is that you? Is your name Kent? Are you the one that was on the, you want to come back up? The link is posted. But I was very soft on this person last night. And then I had to kick him off because he got very defensive for no reason. He doesn't, whoever you are, Kendrick, in the comments, it just was a bad conversation. You were very defensive. Everything was just about you and your ego, or him and his ego. The fact that he was married. And I didn't realize it at the time, but I feel like the reason that this person got so defensive is because he's a stay-at-home house husband. And I look highly on provider males on this channel. I like men that are conquerors. Hey, Caramel baby, how you doing, gorgeous? Thank you for coming, beautiful. So I mean, but I don't know. This is what happens when you think highly of Black men. Oftentimes they disappoint. And I love Black men. But I think that the whole conversation in itself, it just went left because I was challenging his bias. And I don't have an opinion. I felt like he was leading me to say that I wanted him to say things. I wanted him to just be open and honest. And he was just like, well, it doesn't matter to me because I am comfortable. I am a pampered husband. I sit at home and I change diapers and I watch the kids and I help them with homework and I make sure dinner is done by 5 o'clock because honey's going to be home by 6, after she's done fighting in traffic. So, and I've been the breadwinner before. It never worked for me. If it works for him and his wife, none of my fucking business. But he shouldn't have brought his ego into the conversation is what I'm trying to say. Let's check on the poll. The chicken came first? We got 4 votes and y'all say the chicken came first. Okay. All right. Well, let's keep on talking. But I mean, he was a nice guy. I mean, if it wasn't for wisdom over feelings, I would have let him have it.
I have friends that one of my friends does OnlyFans.
And she's a Christian.
Can y'all hear it?
Okay, so how is it? That is okay. What does the Bible say about sex work? Hey, dark and lovely herself. Hey, beautiful. How you doing? Thank you for coming. So, does the Bible say anything about sex work? Does it say anything about prostitution?
And then my thing is, I don't care about this. I don't care about the Bible no more. But this guy claims to be a Christian, right? The whole time he says he's a Christian, and I'm asking him, because I don't care that much about the Bible, but I'm asking him, does the Bible say anything about about prostitution? He should say, yeah, fornication. I'm a heathen. I don't give a fuck about no fucking fornication. But I mean, it's just sad that I'm just having a normal conversation, and this person just could not be honest. He just could not. I don't know. The Bible don't say nothing about the prostitution. Yes, it do. I had to think about that listening back to this conversation. Sure, it does. Fornication, baby.
Because I don't recall it saying anything about prostitution.
But it's not my job to know. It's his job. He's the Christian. Terrible Christian. This guy, you do a favor. Don't call yourself a Christian around other real Christians, motherfucker. I'm gonna skip the conversation because the sex work conversation did nothing for nobody. The part of the conversation that I would like to talk about is more of gender roles and things of that nature. The Bible say Thou shalt not cheat. Well, it's also outside. You're not supposed to have sex outside of the marriage, right? Out of wedlock. It say that's what fornication is, having sex outside of marriage. So if you're not married to a prostitute, then you're fornicating with that prostitute. So under the simple law of fornication, prostitution would technically go under that because that ain't your wife, right? So this is the fact that I had to think about how to prove prostitution was wrong with the Bible more than a Christian could. And he stood up here on a 2-hour conversation and couldn't say anything in the Bible that negated prostitution, which is it's fornication. Just because I'm a whore doesn't mean that you have to like whores, doesn't mean you have to be nice to me. You can be honest about I don't care. I like, these are descriptive terms to me. I try not to take offense. But what offends me is when people are splintered in the mind like this guy, and then they just refuse, they just want to remain fractured, and that's fine. But don't come on this channel. Like, he should have definitely, he had 48 hours to see what the fuck he was dealing with on this channel, and he came on here saying the shit that he was saying.
It's 2 men, and the aunt represents men and women. Right, but okay, so one thing that a lot of people on this and YouTube would love for me to debate a lot of conscious guys on YouTube, like the Young Pharaohs. Somebody told me they wanted me to talk to Brother Sanchez. It's a few conscious people that I could name that are people who are like, you should go. But I don't talk to men because men are still under this patriarchal blueprint and understand, and they're trying to force this male either equality or that we're not equal. Men are not equal to women. They're not supposed to be. It's women gave birth.
And see, the thing is, I wish that men could ask better questions, because we don't need men and women to be equal. That is irrelevant. Equality is not what this is all about. We need men and women to coexist, and men need to be proud that they are supposed to be gatekeepers, keepers, conquerors, warriors, protectors. They should be proud of that. But instead, they want to try to act like, to switch the gender roles for whatever reason, because it serves them, they think, for whatever reason. But it's like, I'm not trying to be degrading. Technical difficulties right now? What is you talking about, Kent? Do you need to do I need to block you? Because you could click the link or you can shut the fuck up. But I'm not having no technical difficulties right now. I think you're having technical difficulties. And if you say something, because I know this is you, it's got to be your dumbass that was under. Is your dumbass in the comment section, who's still a coward in the comment section right now, because you could click that link and be a grown-ass man, but you're a pussy-ass, kept-ass bitch. So you want to be in the comment section talking about technical difficulties. Ain't nobody having, you have the technical difficulties, baby. Your program is bugged. Okay?
Female came first. And so until they understand that divine feminine is what the consciousness and existence is, I can't talk to them, because they're going to still keep talking about male this, male, man. It's not about that. There's no men, there's no entity that is of male energy that can give birth and spawn and reproduce. It's females. Okay, so that's what I'm
pretty sure this whole conversation went over his head last night, and it was a waste of my breath. So that's why we're going into a deep dive today, because nobody was really watching last night anyways, nor do y'all need to watch, because that conversation was a fucking bore and a waste of my time, unfortunately.
Really, this is what I focus on, is getting men to understand that the patriarchal blueprint is wrong. And you can sit here and talk about male and female, but that's only to give birth to physical
seriously, caramel baby
existence and being able to navigate physically. So, but we are spiritual beings having a human experience. So
can I ask you something really fast?
Sure.
And I was so tired of him interrupting me. Like, why the fuck are you interrupting me when he didn't have nothing to really add to the conversation? But I like sex workers, they're cool with me. Mm-hmm. He was just a yes man. He's a bitch. He's a kept bitch. Okay, he's a conquered buck, unfortunately, and I hate to have to call him that, because he was such a very respectful guy. But he's just boring, and he's kept and he's comfortable. That's what's wrong with niggas.
To make sure that I'm still following you.
They're all kept comfortable, conquered bucks.
Only in the physical, right?
Well, we gave birth to. No, I didn't say that. What I'm saying is they are just an extension of femininity. They're basically when it comes to, okay,
I didn't want to let him have it last night because out of respect for wisdom, and I feel like since I invited him on the channel formally, we should have a professional dialogue. So I didn't let him have it. But I should have, because he even asked me the cliche, who hurt you? A black man must have hurt you to make you hate black men. I don't hate black men. I do not hate black men. I love black men. I'm just speaking about topics that he kept taking personal because I realized he's a pampered palace pom-pom shaking. I don't know what to call this guy. He's a powder puff. Okay? That's what he is. He's a powder puff.
So we'll have two concepts. You have singularity and you have duality. Do you understand what singularity is and duality is?
Explain it to me, just so I'm sure. Because this.
So I had to try to break down singularity and duality.
Very new to me,
and then I didn't know that he was new to consciousness. I didn't know that he was new to this information. So I'm having to break down things to him. You know, I don't want y'all to have to listen to y'all can go watch the video if you want to. I try to break things down in milliseconds for him. Things that I tried to give him nuggets of information and sound bites of information that I know were way over his head. And it just became very frustrating for me. I was very frustrated having this conversation last night because it's very limiting because I know he doesn't know what the fuck I'm talking about. I was more talking to y'all last night than him, and it would have been a lot more interesting for me if y'all in the audience would have been asking more questions and answering the questions, because his answers to the questions were not relevant. But see, we had a kind of the interview style going on, but he's not an interesting person because he's a powder puff.
So there's always going to be a man out there to say, I will do anything you say as long as you can give me some pussy. I'll do anything for some ass. And that's what it's supposed to be. The men are supposed to follow the direction of women. That is the natural order of things. That is what they're supposed to do. So it doesn't matter if a man say, oh, well, I won't have sex with you if you don't. That's fine. You'll never be able to copy yourself. You'll never be able to live forever. Your consciousness will not live on because you need a woman and you need to follow her rules in order to access that black hole, that womb, that way to regenerate and copy yourself. So that's what it is. I like how you wrote
and
that.
then this stupid dummy, this fucking Teletubby ass, dumpy ass motherfucker is in my comments talking about technical difficulties. Nigga, I be selling pussy on camera all day. I know that my connection is good. I know where I'm streaming from. So you need to stop playing with me. I know my connection is good. So I don't like conquered bucks. I don't like pampered men. I don't like kept men. They're annoying. You need to go fix lunch for the children and make sure you're planning dinner for your wife so this is ready for when she get home. You understand? Got it? Good.
Down, Bossy. I'm gonna always break it down for the goddesses, dark and lovely herself. You already know. But what do you got to say about that, BK?
On a personal level, I'm whether that's true or not, I'm okay with it.
And you need to start working out so she can get some more dick, because it looks like you're kind of fat and dumpy. So since you ain't doing nothing but watching kids and changing diapers all day, sir, maybe get a total gym and give that woman some good dick. Since she gotta fuck you, since she gotta give you, if she don't want no dick because you're fat, and if you're fat, that means you don't have as much dick as a guy that's in shape, because you got too much layers of fat over the shaft. So lose some weight so your wife enjoys the sex more.
But it doesn't change much about who I am or where I am or what my plans are.
Hey Rebecca, how you doing?
My bad, bro. Good to see you in the comments. Like it just really doesn't change anything for me personally. If we're breaking down, yeah. I mean, if we're talking about black love or anything else, it's just I enjoy my life the way it is, no matter what's coming through. It's been enjoyable. Like,
nobody, see, that's the thing. That was I realized looking back, that was why this conversation was so unfun. Oh, well, my life, it doesn't apply to me. Nigga, this ain't about you. This is a conversation about sex work and black love. This is not about your fucking life. But I think his inferiority complex and his ego got in the way because he had so much to prove about his manhood to himself. I think I don't really know, because I don't know. You'd have to ask him, because cause conversation wasn't about him. It was about general topics, and then he was supposed to use his perspective to say what he needed to say, and he didn't say it. Because the women in the chat room was like, "I need a nigga to give me some dick. If he don't give me some dick, I want to divorce his ass." Yeah, you should have. I would divorce a nigga. I wouldn't fuck with a nigga that wouldn't give me no dick neither. But he thought that it wasn't. See, the thing is, he wasn't assuming positive intent, and he was being defensive. And he thought that the wrong answer was to say, "Oh no, he thought it would be wrong of him to say he expected sex from his romantic partner." It's not wrong of that. That is not wrong. I don't think that that's wrong. But because I couldn't get him to say that himself, I wasn't going to try to force him to say it, because I didn't want him to think that I was feeding him stuff. But the women in the chat was like, "I want dick." They had the right answers. But since he was trying to be so Christian and have the right answers and say the things that are expected of him, I couldn't get anywhere in the conversation. Okay? Because honestly, the shit that he was saying was all wrong. You should expect your wife to give you some sex. And if she just say, "I don't want to fuck you," then it is a problem. And maybe you should divorce her. But I see why he said, because I was calling his wife a whore, and then I had it, and he feels, and a lot of men feel, and I guess because he's in his relationship, this person that I was talking to is fulfilling the female gender role. And my thing is, and then he had to say, "Oh, well, I was the breadwinner at one point." That's fine. I didn't really care about any of that. I don't judge anybody, because I feel like once you've been married for a while, whatever your situation is whatever your situation is. Honestly, he didn't need to share that with me. It was none of my business, but I feel like he had something to defend. Let me check on the poll. What y'all talking about on this poll? 6 votes. Y'all say the chicken came first? Okay. Well, it didn't, though. It didn't.
I love my black brothers. I love everybody. So, and when it comes
I love everybody.
Yes, I chose a sister. A black lady or black woman, because that's what I wanted to be with. It had nothing to do with religious.
This conversation was a drag.
A number or anything, at least not from my knowledge at that time. I wasn't really aware of the numerology.
This is one of the worst conversations. I made some valid points. That's the only reason why it would be good to listen to it. I could just chop his whole part out, and it would be a way better conversation if he was never in it in the first place.
Because none of this stuff that I'm talking about matters. It's not me. Like, I'm just talking about information that's been hidden through, like all this information that I'm telling you. They took that out of the Bible, so you wasn't going to learn about that in the Bible anyway, because they didn't want you to learn it in the Bible. So. I mean, we can have a conversation about, whatever you want to have the conversation about. It's not about your religion. It's not about your wife. It don't really matter to me what we talk about. But I was just explaining to you why males are the footstool.
On a personal note, I gotta hit back on that one, because I don't feel like I'm a footstool.
You don't have to feel that. Your wife might not treat you that way. That's y'all's business. Y'all are in a Christian marriage. Of course you won't feel that way. But footstools are useful.
I personally don't think anybody is a footstool.
Well, it's the man that I was just talking to on the phone before I went live, and he wishes that I would put my foot in his mouth. He wishes he could lick the bottom.
Listen, I think what the problem was is I told him that I was a sex worker, and he didn't want to give his true thoughts and feelings and opinions about sex workers. I don't think bad men are bad. I don't think lowly of men. I'm just a person. I use extreme examples to make a point. Just to make a point. I don't think lowly of men. I love men. I'm straight, okay? I like men. Well, I fucked with women too, but that's another conversation for a day. My sexuality don't really matter. All I'm saying is I shouldn't have told him that I was a sex worker, because once I told him that, he wanted to, I don't know. And maybe he thinks I don't know what he thinks of sex workers. But I just couldn't. I think that if I wouldn't have told him that I was a sex worker, maybe the conversation could have progressed in a better direction.
Bottom of my feet. He would love to be my foot. Those are the kind of men that are real men. He wants to do anything that I want, anything that I say for him. That's what he's supposed to do. He's supposed to get out. Men's supposed to get up. See, if there was no monetary system, how would you get women?
Me personally?
Anybody.
I mean,
how would anybody get women?
If anybody met me, they know that I have
Anybody
no
else?
issues with being with anybody. I am every relationship I've ever.
All right, so we need to get. Oh yeah, this is a good one. This is a good part.
A good person, and you have a great personality. Well, if there was no money, first of all, we'll probably go back to a barter system where I might plant something here, and then you might grow something over there, and then we do trade-offs. Now,
okay, so right there, I don't know if y'all were listening, but right there was where it's like, nigga, you lost this whole conversation. And the people in the chat caught it too. So shout out to the people that was in the chat last night who caught that shit. I just told you the economic system has collapsed. And if the economic system collapses, it would be no food, people be fighting over shelter. There'd be no government. There would be no order. And I said, if that was to happen, how would men eventually in a system like that be able to solidify relationships and procreation with women? How would you get access to wombs? Basically, that's the question. This motherfucker talks about planting berries and fucking trading and sharing. This is no. What are you talking about? Trading and sharing and bartering? No, motherfucker. You need to get some territory and be a man and fight. That's what you're supposed to. That was supposed to be the answer. Oh, well, I'm going to have to get something and get some territory, know how to hunt, get some food, and know how to protect women. That's the only way that you would have value to women if there was no monetary system. And that's the only way you really have value to women heterosexually in the monetary system is if you can provide for them and protect them. If he wasn't there to watch the children and do what his wife needed to do and cook dinner and whatever it is he does as a stay-at-home daddy, which I don't have no problem with men that are stay-at-home men. I don't look down on that. I think men should be good. I think they should be active fathers. Whatever works for him and his wife is fine. But is that the traditional gender role? No. So anyway.
The whole concept of money kind of fucked up life as a whole. So, I mean,
doesn't matter. But gender roles are going to be the same. You're still going to have to protect women. You're still going to have to provide for them if you want to be with women. Period. So I just need old boy to understand that that's the way things are. But because he is a stay-at-home dad and probably feels maybe emasculated by being a stay-at-home father, who's not a breadwinner right now, who's probably getting a business off the ground or whatever. He probably feels bad about or what some type of way about that. None of my business, has nothing to do with the conversation. So if he's gonna be a podcaster, he's got to get that ego out of the way. He's got to get that me, I out of the way, because it ain't just about him and his situation and his wife and him being a little powder puff stay-at-home daddy.
Great. It would even the playing field out on a whole lot of levels for a lot of people.
He don't know how to answer. Ace, you want to get up on the panel? He don't know how to answer. You talk about that question.
Why would y'all think the chicken came first?
If you don't,
it's not a lot of smart people in here. Lady, the stream restarted. What is you talking about, Kent? I'm skipping around, Kent. If you want to get on the chat, if you want to bring your little dusty behind on the panel, you can. But anyway, the chicken did not come first, y'all. Why do y'all think the chicken came first? I need y'all somebody to get on the panel. Let me invite. I know I pinned it, but I'm finna drop it again. So I need you to get on. I need y'all to not talk shit in the comment section. I'm gonna need y'all to get on the channel, so you will get. If you Kent, you got one more thing to say in the chat before I block. I don't give a fuck what it is. If you don't bring, because I know it's you. So if you don't bring your ass to this panel, I'm gonna block you the next thing. You can sit there and shut up and listen, but you're not gonna participate in my chat and Bossy pop in the chat like a bitch.
Have a personality. If you don't treat people well, then what reason do you have for being with
treating people well? That's what women do. Men are supposed to be out there fighting and hunting and shit. This nigga talk about, I just want to treat people well and plant trees. Nigga, it is chaos. There is food shortages. We need shelter. We need protection. What is he talking about? This is what happens when you're a pampered daddy at the house and ain't doing nothing but washing dishes and changing diapers and taking out. I guess taking out the trash is fine.
That's not the question. You don't want to answer. Okay, so let me give you the answer. Then I'm gonna ask the question again and then answer my own question because you didn't answer the question.
Ask the question again and answer your own.
He did answer the question. I'll get. You know what? I was wrong. He did answer the question. It was just a terrible answer. It's invalid.
Then you could give me your own idea.
He would be the first one.
Have
Oh
you
Lord.
ever done that?
Damn.
And
Where was we at?
this patriarchal blueprint.
Fuck.
Connect to who they really are without a woman. Everything goes back over
Hold
the
on.
panel. But
I ain't want to talk to his ass no more.
And explaining, you feel me? Just knowing
where was I at, y'all?
Believing. So male-centered religion because it doesn't make sense. But the temples actually used to be.
Fuck.
Christianity out of the conversation if you were like, it's fine.
I can't because you when you're talking matters.
No,
go ahead.
Only in the context because you asked specifically about sex workers. Then from that point of view, that would be my reasoning. If I know you're religious, and I know that mattered to you at some point, then I'm going to ask you, hey,
why do y'all think the chicken came first, though?
So what if that woman is like, she changed her life, she gave her life to Jesus?
I mean, that's 100%.
And she'll never sell pussy anyway. Then that they stole from us.
I don't remember where it was. Damn it!
Down, and the patriarchy is wrong. And I'm just talking about information that's been hidden through like all this information that I'm telling you. They took that out of the Bible, so you wasn't gonna learn about that in the Bible anyway because they didn't want you to learn it in the Bible. So I mean, we can have a conversation.
I don't remember where it was in the conversation. I accidentally clicked to rewind. So, anywho. What came first, the chicken or the egg? Is the fucking chicken, y'all. I mean the egg. And you want to know why? I would love somebody to join the panel that knows why. And do you know, women, we have the eggs. We are the egg. Women are the egg. Okay. We got the egg in the womb. We have the full genetic code, whatever. But let me explain to you why the egg came first, because a chicken can give birth to something that is not. I mean, a non-chicken can give birth to a chicken. A human can give birth to non-human. Okay, it's called a mutation. It's called change over time. Okay, so and this is why males are the weaker vessel. So let's get into today's teachings. So that's why males are the weaker vessel, because they don't have. That's why the boy children. Like statistically, boy children are tougher pregnancies. They're very they get sick very easy. They have developmental delays often. We also know that males have less neurons. That's a new discovery, came out maybe a month or so ago, or maybe it's very new discovery, or that something that they've came out and said that women have more neurons in their brain. So technically, we have more potential for intelligence. Who is it? Women are the eggs, and men are the chickens. Okay. Women came first. Okay. We came up out the egg first, and the only reason that makes sense is because you got to have the full genetic code. You got to hatch out with the full genetic code in order to be that species. That's why that makes sense. Okay, so whatever laid that egg that the chicken came out of, whatever laid the egg. Listen, I don't care, Kent. I'm finna block your stupid ass. I don't want to talk to you anymore. You can get on the panel or you can go away. My wife cooks for me. I don't give a fuck. Women, isn't the woman the chicken and the egg? No, not in this scenario. It isn't, because the woman has full DNA, so she has to give birth to more chickens. She needs to lay more chicken eggs. No, the woman isn't the chicken. The woman, well, I guess you would be right. I guess technically it depends on how you look at it. But you're ruining my scenario. You could say the woman is the chicken, but in this scenario, no, the woman is not the chicken, because males don't have full DNA. Okay, women do. That would be okay. So the thing that comes out of the egg is the chicken, right? The chicken came out of the egg. You're thinking about it wrong. You're just thinking about it wrong. The chicken came. Yeah. It's okay, LH. No, the chicken, it came out of the egg. You're kind of right, but who gave birth to who laid the egg? It was a non-chicken type of bird, right? It was a non-chicken. A mutation created the chicken. Oh, I was thinking the woman. Exactly. I see why you would think that. I see why you think that. But chickens, in a sense, yes, you're kind of right. But but what had to come first is the question: the chicken or the egg? The woman is the egg because she has eggs, because she's always going to hold eggs. The woman has 2 X chromosomes, right? Only thing that she can get from a male is either the male, if she's having sex with a guy, they can have a boy or a girl. He has to give her a Y chromosome to create a boy child or an X chromosome to create a girl child, right? So that means that she's the egg. She is the one that gives birth to all other humans, okay? Males are kind of just like a mutation or just kind of an organism that is they matter because the child would have 50% of each DNA, but actually when the male gives his X chromosome to create a girl child, he's actually passing off his mother's genetic lineage. He's not passing off because we can track his X chromosome way further back than we can track his Y chromosome. So in this scenario, women would have to be the egg because they gave birth to all the other humans. Is that making sense to y'all? Am I breaking it down right to where it makes sense? Now you're saying, oh, women have to be eggs because we had to give birth to whatever women came from wasn't human. If you're trying to predate whatever a human female is, right? Because that's what's confusing y'all. You're like, no, I thought the woman would be the chicken. No, the males would represent the chicken. Egg represents oneness, 0. That's why it's an egg. It represents the tau. So let's go ahead and look at imagery. Chicken is it's inside of a womb. The egg represents a womb, a portal, right? So whatever egg laid that chicken inside, that wasn't a chicken. That was a female organism that laid an egg that was mutated that had the characteristics of a chicken. Anything that chicken gives that chicken that comes out of the egg, once that egg hatches, everything that chicken gives birth to will be a chicken unless it mutates further. And it would have had to come from a female's womb. Mutations is going to start from a womb. Now I'm hoping that breaks it down a little bit further. So male gives birth to female gives birth. Oneness gives birth to all. Singularity gives birth to duality. Okay. So we could just break it down and make it simple. I try to be making stuff simple for y'all. Yeah, so male gives birth to the woman. Not sure about that. I never said that. Why would you say that? Yeah, that's why I was saying that, because y'all was starting to confuse me a little bit. I'm like, no, I thought, but it is a kind of a confusing concept. It is kind of a confusing concept. But that's why the patriarchal blueprint is a lie. The chicken is the creator. No, it's sweetheart. This is not something that I made up. This is science. Okay? This is science. The chicken is the creator. No, the chicken is just the womb. I mean, it's not whether the chicken. Maybe, I guess. I don't know how you're saying that. What do you mean? The chicken don't create. That it's not about who's creating. It's about who came first, the chicken or the egg. I'm not replaying it anymore, dummy. We talking about the chicken and the egg. I'm trying to get you to understand that we gave birth to y'all and you will bow down. Okay. I'm not even playing it no more. We talking about science. Y'all have any more scientific questions since Kent is so talking about my wife? Where is that? My wife cooks for me. Yeah, I bet she does. She orders takeout because she makes all the money. She don't cook, nigga. She orders fucking Chinese. She orders Uber Eats, motherfucker. What are you talking about? Get out. Why are you here? If you're not fixing to get on the panel, why are you here? Anyway, women are basically, we represent consciousness expansion and deviation and change. Males, okay, so another point that I wanted to make, let me pull this down for just a moment. I'm gonna pull up something real fast so y'all can look at it, because this is a point that I wanted to make last night. It's not an interesting concept, it's the truth. It's not a concept, it's law. It's how things work. I guess you can call it a concept, but it's the truth. X. Let me see. X chromosome. I should have had this up from last night. Verse Y chromosome, and I need an image. So I wanted to explain this last night, but I had old boy on, and I just couldn't go any further. Okay, so what I wanted to explain to you about the human genome and why males are actually the weaker vessel is because when a mutation occurs in female genetics, we have two codes to read, to bounce information off of and swap out. Okay, males don't have that. Males only have one full copy. So if a mutation occurs here or a mutation occurs here, they don't have anything. There's no. That's why males are the weaker vessel. That's why a lot of, like, they're just weaker. They have less. They get sick more. They a lot of diseases and things pass through the father. Some pass through the mother. I'm not saying that women can't pass on mutations. They can. Obviously they can. I'm just saying that they affect males more. Males have more autism. They have more just things like that. So, and that's because they don't have two full DNA strands. Okay. Females have, and we can do that. So if, say, I have a cancerous gene on this DNA strand, I can swap that out and repair itself. Women have genetics that can repair themselves. Men don't. Okay. So that's all I really had to say is, and this is science. The egg comes first. Okay. So it says, back to, let's see. Oh God. First chickens evolve. Okay, so yeah, they're talking about the first chickens evolving around 58,000 years ago. At the earliest, safe to say the chicken eggs were around way before chickens even existed, right? So you guys have to understand science, biology, and procreation and reproduction if you're going to be having these types of conversations with me. Because not only am I talking about science, I'm talking about spirituality, I'm talking about oneness, I'm talking about the beginning, and y'all. What happened with the conversation last night is he has a fractured mind. Okay. Categorized, programmed, fractured, and it's tragic. So I really couldn't make any sense out of his conversation because it's fractured. So somebody who is ascended and somebody who is in their oneness and complete, they can't have a conversation with somebody that has a fractured mind. Okay. So, and I could demonstrate how his mind is fractured. I really could. You praising white Jesus. It's just a lot. So do I have any questions? Anybody want to hop up on the panel? If nobody wants to hop up on the panel, I'm gonna go ahead and wrap it up and get back to work. Kent, if you want to hop up here, you can. I will be nice. I'll be very nice if you want to come defend your man, because I was really nice. I'm not being nice now because I don't give a damn, and you really tried me by saying that you watch my channel all the time. Yo, see, let me pull up your stupid comment because now I'm finna fucking embarrass you. Now I don't want to fucking embarrass you. You better go hurry up and get to that comment and delete it before I do, nigga. Because you act talking about, I watch your channel all the time and you seem negative. Everything, I like everything else, but this one seemed negative. If you knew anything about anything on my channel, I cuss niggas out royally. I was really nice to you. Super nice. Too fucking nice. And you tried to insult me by saying, oh, who hurt you? I hate when people say that dumb shit, but I let you slide out of respect for Tiffany. So anyway, Kent said, he said right here, you said usually you don't usually watch my fucking content. You watch one video with Undead Chronic and you are nothing like Undead Chronic. Usually I watch your content and get positive vibe. This stream felt overall negative. How? I didn't say anything negative. Are you looking for conflict? I wasn't. He was. Or at a certain point he started. Or you started. Wherever the fuck you are. Kent. Is something bothering you? Nothing was bothering me. I said, thank you for sharing your opinion because I'm not fixing to go back and forth with a fucking powder puff. I'm at work. I'm at work. You know what that is. What is you talking about? I thought you was the nigga. Anyway, you gonna call what? What are you finna call? Because I told you if nobody hops up here, I'm about to end the live stream. But you're not finna paint me out to be a bad person because you're stupid. That's not fair. I'll call. I'm at work. You know what it is. And you need to hurry up and click the link. I don't got all day for you. I'm going to drop this link one more time. And you talking about you at work. Why are you talking about your call, but you're at work? What is you talking about? If you're the motherfucker from last night, you are a house husband, which is fine. None of my business. I don't care. It really didn't have no place in the conversation last night. But you got defensive because you're a pampered husband and your wife is a breadwinner. And that's none of my business. I know I'm not compatible with that type of man. The fact that she is good for her. This channel, it doesn't talk about women that have house husbands. We don't talk about them at all. Ever. We don't talk about single fathers. We don't talk about stay-at-home fathers. None of that shit. Okay. So, anywho, I'm gonna probably do like a Kendra G breakdown or a live stream or reaction. Maybe a Cynthia G. Somebody. I need to get back to the regular content on this channel because having you nignogs up here ain't accomplished shit. So anyway, I waited for your bald-headed fat ass long enough. You need to work out, lose some weight so that your woman will enjoy fucking you, and that way you'll be bringing something to the table. Because your intelligence ain't there, baby, and you ain't a breadwinner, baby. I wonder what your wife look like. I wonder if she pretty. I have to ask Wisdom. Wisdom probably mad. I hope Wisdom ain't mad at me, child. I don't know. Anyway, love you guys. I waited long enough. Nobody clicked the link. I'll see y'all later. Make sure y'all hit that notification bell so that you're notified every time that I make a post, okay? And I'll be live, and I don't really got no schedule, okay? Love you. See you later. Bye.
You had this other one, BossyEmpryss TV.
BossyEmpryss TV.
BossyEmpryss TV.
Bossy Empress in there.
Men don't respect anything that they don't invest in.
Bossy, what's your OnlyFans going for, Bossy?
Does he meet the basics of what I want? Pursue, provide, and protect. It is the male's instinct to provide and be able to protect and all of that good stuff if they want to be able to procreate. Okay, so I just want to talk about how there is a divide in the Black community among the women in particular. Colorist men have turned me and other light-skinned women like me against our dark-skinned sisters.
Not on Bossy's content.
Hey baby, I've been watching you for a while now, and I gotta admit that I got a little crush on you.
Hey, what's up, you guys? This is your girl, BossyEmpryss, and on this channel, I talk about whatever I want. If you like my content, please come join us on the channel membership or join us on Patreon, where you get access to a community of like-minded women, courses, lessons, and much, much more. You can also support the platform by sharing the content, clicking the like button, the subscribe button, and bell button so that you're notified every time that I make a post or go live. If you'd like to contribute to the content on this channel, you can email me at BossyEmpryssTV@gmail.com. I would love to hear from you. It's always a fun and loving environment on this channel, so join the family. Please remember to always assume positive intent. Are you ready to go down the rabbit hole?